Hey guys, and welcome to the Bayern View. Hope you guys are all doing well. First live stream back, and I'm with the main man, Tottenham fan, Lily White Lane, or better known as Robbie. How you doing, bro?
Yeah, all good, all good. Good to see you again. Good to see your wife waiting me holding up your uploads again. But yeah, it's good to see you, Liam, man. How are you?
For real, bro, for real. 3 hours to upload a video. Whew. But yeah, no, we're back. We're back in the cut. And yeah, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Obviously, a lot of you guys are gonna be like, Bayern sign Harry Kane. No shit. But obviously, I was away when it happened. Um, and yeah, I definitely wanted to get Robbie back on the channel again. As always, please do hit the subscribe button to his channel. It's in the title as always. We will be linking up further down the line, and hopefully, fingers crossed, Ange Postecoglou and not Harry Kane. We'll talk about Harry Kane, and Tottenham can do something with the money, which we're going to talk about in a minute. But like to get back into Europe so we can actually do shows. Like I'm definitely down for that. But yeah, big up to everyone in here. Make sure to hit the subscribe button here on this channel. We will be live later for the game. Harry Kane better score some goals. And let's just hit the nail straight on the head, bro. What are you thinking? We actually got him.
Yeah.
Like I'm still, yeah.
It felt a bit surreal, Liam, man. So a week removed a bit now. I think it was a week. It was a week today, wasn't it? It was a week today. It was official. So yeah, I mean, we've had a week to digest it, Spurs fans, and at the end of the day, I'll clap him off like a lot of Spurs fans will. He's given so many years to this club. It's a shame that yet again a top player, just like with Gareth Bale, has had to move on from the club because the owners don't match their ambition. But I hold nothing against Harry Kane. I think it's a good move. I think it was the right time. I think if he stayed at Tottenham Hotspur, ran out his contract, and didn't sign a new deal, then there's a little bit of tension. And I think his legacy at Spurs, which is a positive one and a good one, would have been tarnished a little bit. So look, I'll applaud him. I actually hope he wins as many trophies as possible at Bayern. I know a lot of Spurs fans will be a little bit better and not wanting, but I want him to be successful. He's given everything to this football club. Couldn't have asked for much more. I think, just quickly, I want to say this. The Premier League goal scoring record. I heard Mark Goldbridge say this, and I completely agree with him. He was talking about the Premier League goal scoring record, and you think about it, it's a myth. It's a goal scoring record for a rebranded league. If we're looking at overall goals in the top division in England, then it's Jimmy Greaves. It's not it's not Alan Shearer, which is why it puzzles me why so many people are like, oh, he'd stay for that golden boot, that Premier League goal scoring record. It's like, it means nothing. It's just a rebrand of Division 1. So
Division 1,
yeah, exactly. And you know, even as a Spurs fan, let's not be around, but she wasn't really successful with us. He wasn't. We're nowhere near successful. We feel so far removed of it. I think it was the right time for him to go. I think we can move on. We've seen that Spurs are playing some good football, and yeah, I wish him all the best, Liam. I hope he wins as much as possible at Bayern.
Yeah, man, most definitely. And I seen that video that Mark did. It was actually quite funny. Where it's like he's not even Alan Shearer's not even the top goal scorer. That was hilarious. But I do agree with that. Like obviously before the Premier League, before the money coming to the Premier League, to make it what it is now, it was Division 1, obviously. And you know you can't really. I do think that it's a bit mad though. You know that they've obviously. They like, I get it. Like story Sal saying Alan Shearer because he was a ridiculous striker, but like, it is crazy that like they actually put that out there. Like, let's say Harry Kane. Let me get rid of this a minute. Let's say Harry Kane was to stay with you guys, and was about to break it. That would literally Sal. Sky Sports would be running that. All of the media would be running that, and it's like. Generally, that's myth, actually quite crazy, isn't it?
It's a myth. It's writing off and trying to erase history. It's like, but this is where they contradict themselves. And Mark Goldbridge said this as well, but I agree with it. So I'm not gonna claim it's coming from me, but I completely utterly agree with it. Where Sky and all these people contradict themselves is they'll talk about Manchester United winning 20 titles. And so, hang on, how many of those were Premier Leagues and how many of those were Division 1s? But we're not going to talk about top goal scorers and look at that. I don't know.
100%, 100%, mate. Yeah, no, but yeah, honestly, you guys rinsed us for that that transfer though.
You got Levy, mate.
Literally, we got Levy. I'm going to use that later as well. But yeah, it was nuts. Like, what do you think of the whole situation in the airport where he wasn't allowed to leave? He was allowed to leave. He wasn't allowed to leave. Like, what are you thinking?
I know it's probably weird for you Bayern fans, but mate, I'm used to these last minute weird things happening in Spurs transfers. There's just never a normal thing that happens or a normal day at Tottenham. Something always happens. And yeah, we wake up on the Monday, okay, the deal's finally done, and then Daniel Levy wants to sort out some final things. And I'm just watching it. I swear to God, if this deal gets called off, and when he's at the airport, but it turned out all fine. But yeah, I mean, it's not that I was expecting it. I couldn't have been. I must have been some sort of prophet if I did. But you know, I expected something was going to happen because it's Tottenham. There's always something. Nothing straightforward ever with this football club with any transfers or anything to do with us. So yeah, it was a bit crazy. But like I say, I mean, he got there. I sure got a good reception from Bayern fans when he went into Tuchel as well and the team. And yeah, I know you guys play your first game later tonight, and I echo what I said earlier in the show. I hope he scores as many goals as possible.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so do I, bro. Because I think that's the only thing that's going to save us from this manager. But we'll talk about Bayern in a minute. But how are Tottenham doing at the moment? I know you played your first game, if I'm right by saying.
Yeah.
Obviously, me and you spoke offline, off camera, whatever you want to say, about it. How did that go from your perspective?
I think, from an outsider's point of view, go 2-2 draw against Brentford, and outsiders will say that. But I think it was a good point. I think only once he went there the whole of last season and won at the G-Tech. I think a point's good. They did double over Man City, beat Man United 4-0 last season. They're a very good team. So I think the result was good. We played some really good football, the possession-based football we used to under Ange. But it's going to take time to adapt without Harry Kane. And straight away, you could see we were lacking that man at times to pop up with a fantastic moment. We had it with Emerson Royale, funny enough, which was out of nowhere. But we're lacking that man to play that killer pass through. And this is why I think, yes, we had a lot of the ball and we played really well, but we were having a lot of ball outside the box, but not doing anything with it. And that's where, you can see that we were missing Harry Kane, that man who's going to take that strike and bend it into the top corner or play that killer pass through to Sonny. So Sonny looked a little bit lost. I think it's going to take time for a lot of these players to adapt because for so long, their game has been based on the way Harry Kane is, especially Sonny, consistently running in behind Kane's the man who heads it on for him, or almost playing some attacking midfield as well. So it's gonna take time. But I mean, this manager, no matter what players we have, he's always going to play attacking football. I like that as a Spurs fan. I want to see my team entertain me. So yeah, I mean, we didn't put the bad performance. We've got a big game tomorrow against Manchester United. I am looking forward to that. Hopefully we get a result there.
Yeah, most definitely. And it, of course, it's going to take time, like you said. What are you guys doing on transfers? Has anyone been brought in? Or
no.
Still nothing. Even though you just dropped the bag on you.
There's links to like Gift Orban, who's this exciting striker in the Belgian league. He looks good, but we've got 100 million, and there was a link yesterday that said 30 million may be too high for Spurs to pay for Gift Orban. They're hesitant. It's like he's a priority target. We've got 100 million. Don't try that one, Lee, because it's in plain sight that you've got that money, and then you go, I don't have it. You sneaky little snidey so-and-so. But yeah, I mean, we should be spending that money. I at least want to see it spent either this summer or in the January transfer window. Do I think it will be? No, I think we'll probably spend like 30 million a bit, and then that's that. Bob's your uncle. Ideally, I'd spend that money if I was the owner on 3 players. I'd go for Tyler Adams, who can be a CDM and a right back. I think we need a bit of depth in both those positions. Gift Orban up top because he is a good striker. He's exciting, and I go with someone like a Tapsoba at centre back, someone like that. And this is my issue though. People look at it from like, and I believe he's biggest critic, but people go, oh, Spurs have 100 million. Go out there and buy Zakovic. Go out there and buy, Osimhen and De Ligt if they need a centre back and all that. And I'm just looking at that going, yes, we have the money, but we're not in a position to do that. What top player is going to want to join a club with no European football?
No
So
European.
we've got to be realistic with the signs. I'd love nothing more than Spurs to sign a De Ligt or an Osimhen or someone like that, but we're not in the bracket of those top clubs that can get those top players right now. And I think we have to accept that. Yes, that's down to the owners, but we can't be expecting to spend that money on those players because they're not going to want to join.
Yeah. No, I get you 100%. I see you, chat. Don't worry, we'll go for the chat in a minute. On that game though, if I'm right by saying, I haven't watched it, but Maddison got 2 assists. I'm right by saying.
Yeah.
How's he been doing? Was he good?
Yeah, in pre-season he looked like he was more adapting. He looked like he'd adapted in that first game. He put in a really good performance. The main man for us, mate, was Basuma. That guy, he had a couple of injuries last season. That I saw it like it was almost as if the ball was glued to his feet. And some of the stats, it's like the best possession carrier in the league when he was at Brighton. And yeah, he was absolutely awesome against Brentford, mate. Absolutely awesome. Maddison as well. Maddison performed. I thought, and I still think it could take time for him to reach his best because he came in to play with Harry Kane in that system. That's going to change a little bit without him. But
of course,
yeah, 2 assists. He was with it, especially that our first goal. I don't know if you saw it. It was an unbelievable delivery for that free kick. I mean, we've lacked something like that since we let go of Christian Eriksen, a proper set piece taker.
Yeah, no, I get you. How much did you get Basuma for from
I think 25 million, which you look at now and the way he's playing, and you go, that's actually a bargain, I think, because you're looking at like Caicedo going for 115 million, which is mental money. Lavia for 60 million. I'm not being funny, but like he did okay at Southampton last year, but he's in the Championship. 60 million. The fact we got this guy for 25 million and he's playing the way he is, I think that's a fantastic deal for us.
That's what I was insinuating. Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely, mate. Yeah, that is actually when you actually sum it up, because I remember I watch all different content on YouTube, Spurs channels, Arsenal channels, all of it.
I do.
And it is funny where like you got United fans saying, "Oh, we want Basuma," when he was obviously still at Brighton, and then it's like everyone wants him, but then you guys go and get him, and it's like you get him on the sly, and you get him for such a small price. But now you've got Chelsea. Obviously, Chelsea spent that money because of Liverpool, but it's nuts. It's nuts. Let's go through the chat though. Welcome in, Mikhail. Hopefully you're doing well, bro. Hopefully doing well. What do you think? I think that might be the goalkeeper's name. I'm not really too sure. We've just signed I want to say Israeli goalkeeper, young lad, I believe. I don't really think too much on him. I think from what I've seen on clips, which you can't really go from, he looks good. If we are talking about the keeper, he looks good. But playing for whoever he was playing for is a different kettle of fish when you come to Bayern Munich. There's pressure. So yeah, there's that. Even if Kane would have beaten the record, if Haaland stays at City for like 6 years, it'll be Haaland's. Yeah, especially if he carries on the way that he is carrying on. I do agree with that. And maybe Haaland will actually beat because I know that Real Madrid are there. I know that PSG are there. Who else could sign him? Maybe Barcelona. Don't see it happening. But I don't
Why
see.
would he leave Man City? That's the thing.
That's my point. Yeah.
Or something, but like, look at the players they've got and just won the treble. Where else would you want to be? Where else would you want to be?
Exactly. Most definitely. Maybe he actually beats the actual record in itself if he does stay there for a long time.
There's a good chance. I mean, if Kane was in that City team, I think he would have scored more than Haaland, in all honesty. But the fact he is in that City team, the guy's just an absolute machine. And the service he gets to that football club is like no other club. The service they get is brilliant. The players he's got surrounding him.
Yeah, man. He generally is a robot.
Yeah.
Welcome in, Ahmad, bro. Welcome in, bro. What's up, Bayern community? Great to see you back. Thank you very much, man. And we'll as Lily White Lane, welcome to the channel as usual, man. But screw Daniel Levy. Yeah, I think we're all.
I agree as a Spurs fan, mate. I agree as a Spurs fan.
For real.
Am I allowed to swear, Liam?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a tosser.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he reminds me of our manager, a dickhead. Demon Kane shall arrive starting from tonight. I hope so, man. I want 2 goals. I'm predicting 2 goals from him tonight. He better start. If I see Choupo-Moting's name on that starting list, I'm gonna lose my mind. Watch along tonight, most definitely, bro. Most definitely. The stream's already there. Obviously, I've just got to go live later, and I've got something cool, graphic wise, for you guys later. I think if Pep leaves City, Haaland will follow him. The problem is though, where does Pep Guardiola go? Does he actually want to go to PSG?
I think when he leaves City, he'll just retire, mate. Because what else do you have to achieve? You've won literally everything valuable.
Do you think Yeah, no, most definitely. He generally has won everything other than the Champions League with Bayern Munich. Thanks for that, Pep. But do you think he goes to international football?
It's a good chance, man. That's scary as well, him managing that Spain team potentially. Woo. But then you look at other players or managers. Carlo Ancelotti's Italian. You think, managing the Italian team. He was manager Brazil and will be soon. So I don't know, man. But I think Guardiola could smash it at any football club. But I do think it's like one of those. Yes, he's an absolute mastermind, but there's different levels of manager. And would he be able? And this is my question. I'd love to see Pep Guardiola manage the Sheffield United team that have come up right now. Would he be able to keep them up? It'd be interesting to see. It would be interesting to see the top managers if they're at a different level. How would they get on?
I do understand where you're coming from, because it's like Barcelona. Obviously, the Barcelona he had was a ridiculous Barcelona with Ronaldinho, so on. Not even to mention Messi. Then he goes to Bayern, which was a ridiculous Bayern Munich team, which he did make us better. Most definitely, he did make us better. But obviously, we didn't do very well in the Champions League. Then
I remember that one game, and that Pep, when he was going out, Lewandowski scored like 5 goals. And what was it, like 10 minutes?
Yeah, ridiculous, man. Those were the days, bro. And now, we had one hell of a striker then and one hell of a manager. And now all we have is one hell of a striker and a dickhead manager. For real. I think Haaland stays for nearly a decade at City because people forget that he is a Man City fanboy. No, he is. Obviously, he was a fan of City because obviously his father played there. I think after he wins and takes... man. Maybe you will want Madrid. Could you imagine though if they get Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Jr. and Haaland? I give up. I generally give up. I don't even want to watch European football anymore. Yeah. Imagine if we haven't got... Yeah, man. Oh, man. KDB, man. What could have been with KDB? Craziness. Absolute craziness. I do want to get your opinion on something, though. So Bayern Munich at the moment are currently in this situation where Manuel Neuer obviously got injured and now he's gone for a surgery. He's back in training and he won't be back for, obviously he missed the Super Cup final. Obviously he's going to miss a couple of weeks in the Bundesliga. And it looks like we're going with our second choice, which is in Sven Ulreich. And the reason I'm asking you this, David De Gea has been linked with us, right? Obviously, I understand why a lot of people don't want him. The wages that he would want, the signing on fee, because obviously Man United didn't sign him on to anything. So, he's going to want a signing on fee probably for him, his agent, and ridiculous wages. But do you think he would be a good fit for Bayern?
I don't know.
What do you think?
I'd say no, because watching him in the Premier League, the guy is a great shot stopper. Don't get me wrong. When he was in the Premier League, I'll give you the best shot stopper. But playing out from the back, as Bayern like to do sometimes, the guy is he's so poor. He made like 6 mistakes, I think, last season. And playing out from the back, I think in the Champions League, that Bayern needs to get really, really found out. He's got a class centre back pairing in front of him, Kim and Jay and De Ligt, but yeah, I don't know if he joins Bayern, if he'll be successful. I mean, this is coming from an outsider's perspective. I don't get why you guys aren't looking at really young players. Obviously, he went in for Raya, Arsenal,
Yeah.
but maybe even look at someone like a Ramsdale or someone who's exciting, young, got many more years, only going to develop. Because Neuer, you've had him for so many years. I mean, De Gea, he's not getting any younger. He's not getting any younger. I know goalkeepers can last a little bit longer, but it's not really a real long-term replacement, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I get you, and that's obviously why I asked you the question, because obviously you don't have any loyalty to De Gea, United, or anything. So, no, good point. Just the thing for me is like, I think what really doesn't help is Sven Ulreich. Just it's annoying, right? So you've got Manuel Neuer up here, one of the greatest goalkeepers of all time, right? And then you've got Sven Ulreich down here. He can have ridiculous games and can be brilliant, but he's just not this level. And it's like, it's one of those situations where Manuel Neuer has screwed Bayern Munich. No matter if fans want to acknowledge it or anything, I love Manuel Neuer to death. I think the guy changed football for me, and have watching him for 10 plus years, generally the best goalkeeper of all time, in my personal opinion.
I think he's like one of the first proper sweeper keepers and paved the way for keepers like Alisson and Edison. I genuinely believe that guy's on the same level with some of the greatest ever. He really is.
Yeah, most definitely. But the point I'm trying to make is like, if we go with Sven Ulreich for, let's just say, 3 more weeks, is this going to hurt us in the long run? And this is why I want De Gea in. Now, I get De Gea, he's a good goalkeeper, but he can't play from the back and all of this. But I just think Bayern Munich need to grow some balls and just say straight to him, offer him a contract. Say you are going to be first choice until Neuer comes back.
Yeah.
You know, you've got to get this money. You've got to do this, do that. Like, yes, he's in a power seat because we don't have to spend a fee or anything. But then if he doesn't want it, then just reject it. Like, I don't understand. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, why not try instead of going for a good second choice? Obviously you can't really do much on the Super Cup because Dani Olmo was on fire. He sent De Ligt to the washers and come back. So
some performance.
Yeah, man. Without a doubt. I cannot lie Bayern and Neuer FC for not signing a number 1 keeper. I agree. So it doesn't hurt Neuer's feelings. That is the problem as well. That is one of the reasons why we're not going in for a number 1, is because Neuer's, he is the GOAT, but he is also very fragile when it comes to stuff like that. Like, he's not bigger than the club, I agree. De Gea may be a good shot stopper, but he has hella mistakes in him when it matters most, and his ball playing ability. Yeah, I know where you're coming from. The only problem with it is it's like, I don't know how you say it. It's like, I just want that keeper. Do you know what I mean? Like, I would love nothing more than just to have Neuer, but like, we just need, we've got Harry Kane. We've got good centre backs, left back, so on. But it's just, what's Tottenham did with nothing, bro?
Nothing so far, mate. Nothing so far. Hopefully we do. But
can you not see Robbie's face? He's got if you look at the top of his head, he's got veins coming out.
I know. The forehead's growing bigger and bigger, mate. Forehead's getting bigger and bigger because of Daniel Levy.
Bro, don't.
It's receding already. It's getting worse. That's down to Daniel Levy.
Mate, don't worry about it, bro. Why do you think I'm wearing a hat?
Mate, soon enough, we'll have a bigger forehead than Sadio Mane.
Oh, mate. Sadio Mane or Aubameyang. Jeez. Yeah, man. Nuts. Folks said we... Really? Interesting. We'll have to get into that. But interesting. I'm not sure about Thiago coming back. He's had a lot of injury problems. But yeah, man, what are we thinking of this Man United game then, bro?
I don't know, man. I mean, I think I predicted 2-2 now, mentioning more towards a win for us tomorrow. I think we're playing some really good football. I think they come to us in their first away game this season. They'll be better than Monday, but they were all over the place on Monday against Wolves. I think we'll completely outplay them. I really do. And I'm not sure about them all season. I'm not sure about the sides they've played. Mount and Bruno, sort of cancel each other out. And Nana, I'm not too impressed with that guy. And yes, we've got eyes brilliant coming out. Yes, but he does make a fair few mistakes. I think it's going to be a good game tomorrow, but I think we will get a result.
Yeah, it is. Obviously, Taylor is obviously my buddy and off camera and everything. But like, even he was saying to me like, how they got the result against Wolves is beyond him. Like, they've got good players, but how they got that result is ridiculous.
All over the man, 26 shots. Like,
exactly, it's nuts. And man, just thinking of United, bro. I want Onana. I would take him right now. That guy is ridiculous goalkeeper. But yeah, no. What we thinking on? Let me put the comment up on your R9. Your see it already.
I mean, a lot of Spurs fans still like the guy and making excuses for this, but he can play under any system. He can play under Pep's Man City right now and replace Haaland and look at 10 goals. I think the guy looks so lost up top. I think the pressure of playing, and not, I'm not going to claim that we're a massive club, but for a big club, bigger than Everton, and the position we're in, I think to get into him, I think he doesn't fit into he fits into the system. You know, sometimes he makes some good runs, but the guy cannot score to save his life. He had 10 shots against, like, who was it? I think it was West Ham. He didn't score a goal. 5 of them were considered clear-cut chances. The guy against Brentford missed a couple of sitters. You know, he gets into good positions sometimes. And for me, that's purely out of luck because he looks so lost in there. But the guy's all over the place. I'm a Spurs fan who thinks we need a new striker because I think we can't compromise without him. We can't put Son as a striker. So the guy's a left winger. Play him at left wing. It's not difficult. You shouldn't have to be playing a left wing because our striker's so shit. Just get a new striker. Yeah. Get a new striker. I don't like Richie, mate. I don't like him. But he's good for Brazil. I don't care. I don't care what he does for Brazil, man. I don't care. This stupid pigeon, man. I want him out of my club. I know he's only been here a year, but he's scored 1 goal. 1 goal. Yeah, and mate. I told you about it. We played like Sea Line, Sailing, whatever their name was in the pre-season friendly, right? The guy scores a hat-trick. He takes home the ball after scoring a hat-trick in a pre-season game, kisses the ball, and does the pigeon. Like, it's a pre-season game against Lion City Sailors. If you're not scoring 3, then, like, you're worse than some 10-year-olds. Honestly, man, I don't like the guy. I don't like Spurs fans who put up with him. I want him gone as soon as possible. Does my head.
You know earlier you said that we got levied. You got levied on that deal.
We did 60 million. It works both ways with Daniel Levy. Honestly.
Yeah, right. Nuts, man. That's Oh, the fact that he's R9 as well. That's actually nuts. Wow. And he's Brazilian. Oh wow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's crazy.
If he scores a hat trick tomorrow, I forgive him, but like I can't see it.
He needs to finish the chances, doesn't he? That's crazy. Haaland versus Kane. I think Kane is better now. I think over longevity right now, you would have to say Harry Kane. He's been doing it for longer.
I think as well, you've got to consider Kane scored 30 goals in the Spurs team that finished 8th. Haaland only scored 6 more in a Man City team that won the treble.
Which is ridiculous. Yeah. I agree. I agree. I think for me, Haaland is just a robot generally. Like, I'm not even trying to take the piss.
Yeah,
like, he just is ridiculous, stupid. Yeah, I know where you're coming from, but just for me, I just think
I agree that Haaland's a top player, man. He is.
Yeah, over time, I just think
different styles of play.
Yeah, definitely. I just think over time he's just going to be unstoppable. To be honest, as long as he can stay away from injuries and stuff like that, I think he's going to be unstoppable. No matter who he's playing for, a Saudi club, whatever, he's going to be unstoppable. He's going to be ridiculous. Yes, he's a clown. He's an absolute clown. He's got a picture of Neymar on his back. Like, if you're not fanboying enough, then go and get
Neymar as well is the most overrated knob ever. Like, I have to comment on this a little bit. He moves to Saudi Arabia. I've never liked this guy as much as some people think. Don't get it wrong. He's a good player, but he's unbelievably injury prone.
Injury prone.
You know, can't finish his dinner a lot of the time, and he's wasted his career at the end of it. And then there's people I saw you even said people go, "Oh, he's better than Robin." Come on. What are you smoking, man? This guy, he's so overrated, Neymar.
Oh, bro, like, oh, just that whole conversation, man. I just want to headbutt my phone every time I see someone say that. Generally, it's like, you're an idiot. You're just an idiot. No, the guy has ridiculous talent. You know, he's ridiculous. But the problem is he wants to be a celebrity. That's what it is. He wants to fame, he wants the money, but he doesn't want to do the work. And now people are going to come at me and say, but he's a bit odd.
He's a bit odd. Doesn't he take like 2 months off to be with his sister?
Yeah. Less said about that, the better. Less said about that, the better. But yeah, like he is a ridiculous talent. But the problem is he screwed himself when he went to PSG. That's the problem.
Yeah.
He really did screw himself going to PSG. Like that Barcelona team, I generally think could have won more trophies. Most definitely.
It's a ridiculous front three they have Messi there in those files.
Nah, bro. There ain't no respect for that dickhead. Nah. Respect his talent, but other than that, nah. The guy is a clown. Generally, he jumps on the floor like a dickhead. And rolls around, starts doing some WWE shit. So yeah,
it's like that. I think it was I can't remember the match. Was it Hulk Hogan versus Shawn Michaels?
Yeah. SummerSlam.
Selling everything. Like he just got punched and he just fly around. That's like Neymar in every game. Yeah,
literally, just gets a little kick and he's like, "Wah!"
He's all over the place. Yeah.
For real, bro. For real. Hey, don't diss my player. If you didn't know, Ahmad is a Saudi lad, and he the club Neymar's just signed for is Ahmad's club. So
hello, yeah. Fair enough. I understand why you back him then.
Yeah, of course, 100%. Do you not think it's crazy though? Like, how he tried to go to every top club. He tried United. Excuse me. He tried Chelsea, tried Bayern, he tried Real Madrid. None of them sniffed him.
Yeah.
Not even close.
He's a bad influence in it as well. He's a bad influence. I think the guy's a diver. I think he's got a ridiculous amount of skill, but like, so is Tungi and Dombele. But look at the position he's in. You have to have that working thing, and for me, doesn't sometimes.
Yeah, no. And that is the problem, isn't it? Some of these players are really sexy on the eye, like the things that they do, the skills that they do, and all of this shit. But like they're just not that workhorse like a Cristiano Ronaldo. Like I've always said that Messi, talent-wise, is better than Ronaldo. Talent-wise, ridiculous. But Ronaldo's just a workhorse, and that's what makes him, what he is and what he has been. Serious talk though, PSG ruined him. Should have joined the Prem team. Well, not even that. He should have just stayed at Barcelona. Because
no reason.
He went to PSG for a ridiculous price and all of this shit, and wanted to be the main man at PSG. Next minute they go and get Mbappe, and he's being overcrowded. And then the guy he left to be the main man from Barcelona then went and joined PSG.
Yeah.
It's like, it's nuts. Big up to you, Bob. Big up to you, little bro. Hopefully you're doing well, mate. I know you're not feeling too well, and yeah, man, glad to see you live again. How was France? It was all right. Good holiday, good trip with the family. I'm surprised I even have a head left because 3 hours to upload a video. I'm surprised it didn't explode. But yeah, man, I'm glad to be home. It was ridiculous, bro. Like our plane got delayed by like 5 hours. And we got to the bloody airport really early as well. It was something at Gatwick Airport. Some fuel went on the runway or something like that, and they had to shut down the whole airport and shit. But
maybe it was Daniel Levy trying to stop Harry Kane getting away from.
Yeah, bro. Just typical that Harry Kane news come, because I would have done a live stream for that, and it's so annoying. But yeah, I'm glad to be back, bro. Thank you for being in here as always, and hopefully you're doing well. But yeah, man. on the game tonight, from your perspective, as a Spurs fan, as a Harry Kane fan, I don't know if any of you guys watched the first show, but if I'm right by saying, Robbie, you've got a signed photo of Harry Kane. Is that right by saying?
Yeah, I have got a signed photo. I can't remember it right now. It's in the other room. Yeah, I do have a signed photo.
What do you think of him? What do you think he'll do tonight? Obviously, he's not in a Spurs system. He's not in the system that he's used to. He's playing with new players. He obviously went to bed at 3 a.m. in the last game. That's the excuse that they're saying. What do you think he'll do?
I think the guy's world class. I think that first game, in all honesty, literally just arrived there. He hadn't had any time to gel into the team, and then he's chucked straight into it. I think, now that he's had a week to gel into the team, get to know the players a little bit, I think he'll smash it. I'm not too sure about the calibre of opposition you're playing tonight in Werder Bremen. Like I say, I know a fair bit about the Bundesliga, but not as much as obviously you would watch it week in, week out. So, but I think, I hope he scores a fair few. I genuinely believe it's the service with the service he lacked at Spurs, the fact he scored 30 goals in the Premier League. This is no disrespect whatsoever to the Bundesliga.
No, I'm with you.
I genuinely think that there's more top players, and it is a better league. I think to score 30 goals in crap Spurs team in a league like that, I think he can score 45 plus in this Bayern team, genuinely. And that's in the Bundesliga alone. I think the guy is going to be phenomenal. I think with the service he's going to be getting from the likes of Sane, from the likes of Gnabry, it brings back nightmares every time I talk about his name. The likes of Musiala. I think the guy's going to smash it. I think the guy's absolutely going to smash it. I reckon he scores a fair few tonight, 2 or 3 maybe. And I hope he does. Like I say, some Spurs fans are really bitter about him moving and don't want him to succeed. I'm like, why? If he would have left on a free and not signed a new contract and not accepted the transfer here, then fair enough. But he's gone. He's been with us, so loyal to this club that have done nothing but let him down for years. Nothing against the guy. I don't begrudge him in any way. I wish him all the best. I hope Bayern win the league. And I'll sort of be following you guys as a second team, not necessarily supporting Bayern.
Yeah, no, I don't.
But following you guys as a second team because he is one of my favourite players. Obviously, I'm Spurs over Harry Kane any day of the week. No players are bigger than any club, I genuinely believe. But yeah, I think Harry Kane, I wish him all the best. I wish him all the best. And I'll be following Bayern sort of as a second team this season. So I hope he bangs in as many as possible, and I think he will.
Yeah, no. I know exactly where you're coming from. That would have been generally the same with me with Robin if he would have gone to a different club after Bayern. Obviously, he went back to his original club in the Netherlands. But no, and I'm all with that. And if he scores a hat trick tonight, geez, I've already got a sore throat as it is. I'm not doing another Musiala shouting stream. So if he could just score 1 or 2. Would be nice, but if he scores a hat trick, I'm probably gonna lose my mind.
Your throat's gone. You're talking tomorrow, and yesterday, throat's
right. It'd be like, "Hi guys, welcome to the chat."
Like that guy. Have you seen I'm Alan Partridge?
Yeah.
TV show. You know the 3rd episode when he's talking to those people in the travel tavern, and the guy's got the thing there. I'll get the reason. You sound like him.
For real. Let's hope not. Let's hope not. I need this voice. No. Yeah, bro. And again, though, Ahmad, I agree with you. Like, I'd be gassed. You know what I mean? Like, especially with what you guys are, the Saudi league and all of that are doing. I agree with you, bro. I agree.
Signing some good players out here as well. I think they've got Milinkovic, Savic, Koulibaly. Yeah, they've got building a really, really good team there. Building a really good team. Neves as well.
Do you know what's really funny though, Robbie? Like, and I'm sure you're gonna laugh when I say this, but like, they're gonna have Neymar up front, right? And their striker is gonna be Mitrovic. Could you ever imagine Mitrovic playing with Neymar?
He's a good player, but honestly, man.
And
that's the thing. They've got all these class players, but every team isn't full of class players. So you're going to have a centre back Koulibaly, and next to him Bob the Dustman, who works down the road. Do you know what I mean? There's not going to be. Yeah. There's going to be some quality players in that league, but because it's not. Well, it is full of quality, but it's like half world class players and then half like League 1, League 2 level players. So yeah.
Yeah, man. No, without a doubt. And I said it to Ahmad off stream and off camera and all of that. Like, I'm waiting for the elite of the elite to come from this, because they've got the likes of Neymar, they've got the likes of Ronaldo, so on and so forth. All of these ridiculous players. I'm waiting for this next Saudi player to just be like ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Obviously, he probably won't come to Europe because that Saudi money is ridiculous in itself. But yeah, let's go on to what Bob's got to say though. He says, I think Kane will be very disappointing, not because Kane is bad. He obviously isn't, but there is just nobody to get the ball to him. Bayern doesn't link up at the moment. Tuchel being completely disconnected from the team and no build-up chemistry. And I agree. I think this is the problem with Bayern at the moment, is we've got the players, but we're just not playing that attractive football. And
yeah,
I
understand where
generally,
you're coming from, but I mean, look at the players that were surrounding him at Spurs and the unattractive football and the state we were in. He still scored those ridiculous goals. I still think it'd be class for you lot, even though there's not that cohesion and that real way of playing yet. I think he's still got better players than there were surrounding him at Spurs, and yeah, it's a better team obviously than he had at Spurs, and easier opposition to face at times in the Bundesliga. I think he'll smash it.
Yeah, no, I know exactly where you're coming from, because he is generally clinical. Like, there's a reason Bayern spent what we spent on him, even though we got Levy.
Yeah.
Still, there's a reason we spent that money on. The problem is, I think, obviously everyone knows what I feel on Thomas Tuchel, but like, for me personally, you have to play Thomas Muller at 10. You have to. You just generally have to, because what he did with Lewandowski, look at what Lewandowski did at Barcelona. He still scored a ridiculous amount of goals after he left Bayern, won Barcelona the league and all of that shit. But at the end of the day, he still didn't do what he did. New league, new players, I get it. But he still didn't do what he did, and that is because of Thomas Muller. Without a doubt, that guy is ridiculous. Generally ridiculous, and he needs to...
Unbelievable. And he lives and breathes Bayern, doesn't he? He lives and breathes Bayern. Like Dortmund voice.
Yeah, less said the better. No, I agree with you though. But still screw him. Screw Dortmund as well. In the Netherlands, we have a sports channel with people who know a lot about... I'm really confused on your comment there, bro. Have I missed something? I'm not sure what you mean. Nagelsmann gets sacked for... Yeah, man. Generally.
I didn't understand his sacking when it happened. 8 years out of 8 in the Champions League at the time. So.
Yeah. I don't generally, still to this day, I'm mind boggled what the fuck they were smoking. Generally. Oh, you accidentally sent the message. Okay, now let me redo that. In the Netherlands, we have a VO, which is a sports insider with people who, to be honest, know a lot about football. That then me broke down the problem with Bayern. And okay. Is it anywhere to be seen, like on YouTube or anything? Because I would love to watch that. Like, I'm all for watching other people's opinions. I can't watch ESPN or anything like that though. They are fucking stupid with some of the shit.
If I want any insight, mate, I won't watch flipping Paramount or Sky Sports. I'll go on. If I want to hear about Man United news, I'll go on the United stand. If I want to hear about Arsenal news, which I don't, I'll go on AFTV. If I want to hear about different clubs, because it's so unbiased. And the thing is, on TV, it's all put on in mainstream media. It's all fake. When it comes to fan channels, it's the same for every fan channel. You get people who aren't hiding behind their true opinions to keep brand deals and stuff. You get people who are actually speaking what they think about their club. And I love that, because it's not fake, it's actual fan opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree. And that's why I love doing this generally. I was thinking to myself today, like, it's crazy how this in itself, the Bayern View, YouTube, all of that is like connected me with all different people. And I just was like sitting there just thinking like, holy shit. I speak to people from Saudi Arabia. I speak to Bob. Bob's from the Netherlands. I speak to you. You're from England, but you don't support my club. You know what I mean? Like, it's
outrageous for me as well. I was looking at the analytics yesterday on my channel. It's like, I've got viewers like in South Korea, in Malaysia, and it's mad how it connects you. It is mad how it connects you. For all the bad things the internet does, it is a good one how it connects you with all these people based on something that you like, which in this case isn't necessarily Bayern Munich, but between me and you is football. So, and Harry Kane, obviously. I would have never spoke to you properly if it wasn't for this Harry Kane talk. So despite all the sadness from my end, it's been good to meet you, man. Come
yeah.
A few times.
Nah, likewise, man. Same to you. And it's crazy, isn't it? Because unless let's just say that the Harry Kane deal never happened. Unless you guys were to get your shit together and get back into Europe, and then go against Bayern again, probably wouldn't even.
No, I would have never spoke to you, and that's not anything.
Yeah. That's nuts. Yeah, that is actually crazy when you deep it. Excuse me. But yeah, man, I think we've wrapped everything there. I think we'll leave that there. Me and you could speak for ages. If we carry on, people, we're going to start talking about like WWE. They're going to talk about everything.
People tune in 4 hours later in the live stream. Do you know what it is with WrestleMania?
Yeah, right. For real, bro. For real. But yeah, thank you for coming on as always, bro.
Been a pleasure.
And yeah, anything else breaks or anything like that, I'll get you on the channel. And like I've always said, I say this off camera, on camera, all that shit. You need me, send me a message. If I'm available, I'm there.
Appreciate it, mate.
No, man. Likewise, for real. Yeah, let me know what you think, people. Harry Kane to Bayern, obviously it's happened. It's happened now. He's going to play probably his first Bundesliga game tonight. And we'll go from there. Obviously, us Bayern fans are going to be watching him through the season. Obviously, as you heard here from Robbie, he will be watching Harry Kane also, just to see how he does fit with the Bayern Munich team and what he does. But yeah, we'll be back later for another stream. Actually, I've got a video coming out in about an hour. I think I put it up for 5. I'm not sure. But yeah, we've got a video on Pavard coming out in a couple of hours, minutes, whatever. And then we'll be live again for the thingy. We'll do some fan cams and we'll go from there. But yeah, that's the show wrapped up. Hopefully, you guys are all doing well. Smash the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. Check out Robbie. He will be doing some videos around the Man United game, which is a big game coming up in the Premier League for Spurs and for United and so on. Yeah, man. Until then, Mia Samia, peace out, Tuchel out, and acknowledge me.
Out the Spurs.